I am Reverend Jill Wrubel from St. Clair Shores, Michigan. That's in the Detroit area. And my topic is, spring is the season for new beginnings, whether planting seeds or laying new pipes. Come explore being all right with where you are right now, while eager with expectation of what is yet to come. I am so pleased that each of you has taken out this time for you to spend with me. We are recording this call so that those folks who cannot be here tonight can listen in. Either on your phone, I invite you to please press your mute button or press *6 to mute your line to keep the line quiet. So now, let us take a few minutes to get settled, to center ourselves, to let go of the events of this day and just breathe. Breathe deeply. And breathe deeper and allow ourselves to begin to enter the more sacred space within us. Remember that the quality of breath equals the quality of life. When we breathe in fully in a balanced way, our creativity, our individuality is able to flow. And when our breath is restricted, so are we. Breathe in, breathe out, and let us imagine that we are joining together sacred heart to sacred heart, connecting deeply within ourselves and with each person on this call. And with each breath in, connecting heart to heart, and with each breath out, releasing the day. Let our intentions be that we listen to one another with compassion and curiosity, that we ask for what we need and offer what we can, that we deepen our connection with one another and the divine. And may we deepen our connection between who we think we are and who we really are. To release our resistance and surrender to reemergence, beginnings, new ideas, inspired action, and understanding how this all works. Feeling peace, hope, relief, clarity, aligning with the divine, be it God or source, an animal, an angel of love of a loved one gone before you, or a being of light that speaks in the silence of your heart and guides you. And may this sharing today serve each of us individually on our spiritual journey. May it serve our communities. May it service our planet. And so it is. As we're gathered for this circle of sharing this evening, remember that when we are in circle with others, the energy stays contained within the group, giving back to all. And that because each of us has made the time, the preparation to be here and participate in this, the effectiveness of our intention and time spent will be greatly enhanced. I invite each of you to imagine right now that we are joining hands with another on each side of us. And like a drop of water rippling out on the surface of a pond, the waves of energy produced in our circle shall radiate outward in a cellular motion, and it is this energy that can change the world. So, here we are today. It's nearly spring. We're just days away from the spring equinox. Spring is the season for new beginnings. And thank you again for joining with me, with those of us here tonight, to explore being all right with where you are right now while eager with expectation of what is yet to come. I do want to remind you, a belief is only a thought we give our attention to. And of the so many things that we all think we can control in our life, The only thing we can control is what we think about, how we feel about it. Every time we worry, have angst, we are imagining and creating those things we do not want. I'm always so excited to contemplate spring with its new ideas and new beginnings, particularly for planting seeds and laying new pipes. Some of you may be wondering where I got that phrase, laying new pipes, and it's actually a metaphor that was talked about. Esther Hicks, who channeled Abraham, and one of their famous books is Asking It Is Given. But on many of the YouTube things I listened from them, from their seminars, and she talked recently about laying new pipes. She was talking about pipes in her pond that had to be all dug out and replaced. So I'm going to expand on that a little bit more, but whether it's planting seeds or laying new pipes, we'll have lots of opportunities to perhaps look at something a little bit different. Since ancient times, the spring equinox has guided the planting of crops and the seeding of dreams, and to consider balance and well-being within. Our life journey is filled with new starts and beginnings, middles and endings. The moon monthly cycles, the new moon of beginnings, the full moon for that follow-through or adapting to a new course. The dark moon endings, thus making way for new beginnings. Spring, summer, autumn. Plant, sow, and reap. How can we reap anything new if we are all sowing our way along our path filled up or overflowing with stuff that is no longer meaningful or useful or beautiful? We must get into the habit of clearing clutter and debris, letting go in order to clear the way for letting in. Perhaps some of you may have noticed that over the years in our journey or process of becoming a responsible adult, we tend to become more critical and a little bit mean to ourselves, at times unrelentless or ruthless, with insurmountable expectations and the ideas of perfection, and feeling compelled in controlling and doing it all. Is anyone yearning for the idea of letting yourself off the hook? Thus, springtime, new thoughts, new pipes, self-nurturing, kindness, gentleness, tenderness, fun, laughter, clarity, welcoming, welcomed, lovable, loving, assured, magical, playful, alive. How do you treat a young child or a pet? Can we not give ourselves that same tenderness, that same sureness, that same playfulness? Maybe there are some crops or fields or valleys or mountains within you that are in need of an overhaul. What has your approach generally been? Maybe there's some areas that have been nurtured beautifully. Perhaps there's one or two areas that could use some attention. My daughter sent me this quote a couple of weeks ago. I had never heard of this woman before, and I'm not sure if I'm going to say her name right, but it's Naira Wahid, and it's called Options. You do not have to be a fire for every mountain blocking you. You could be a water and soft river your way to freedom too. I'm in love with it. I'm going to read it one more time. You do not have to be a fire for every mountain blocking you. You could be a water and soft river your way to freedom, too. Makes me feel more gentle just reading that. And so here we are, it's spring. Spring is just about to begin. And I ask you, how are you choosing to blossom? How much time, creative energy, and emotion do you expend resisting change because you think growth must always be painful? Remaining tight in the bud can be more painful than blossoming. Tight in the bud, resisting, holding back, holding in, holding up, holding down, holding on. I invite you to take a moment here to consider what new seeds you shall plant, or what new pipes are to be laid. Would anyone like to share?
We unmute.
Jill, this is Diane. I liked what you read also from your daughter. I like that. Not have to be a fire, and it can be something gentle that moves. It's about the flow and helping things to move. And I think some of the new pipes for me that are becoming very apparent that would be useful to help greater flow for me is around self-value, and that lends itself to boundaries and to clearly articulating what I need and what I want, and what will work and what won't work. And under all of that is a value of myself. That's what arises for me. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Self-value, worth, deserving, that's huge for many. Something that is a process. Thank you.
Unmute this thing.
Okay. If there's no others jumping in, we'll move forward. So the question is, how can we do this? Tending to our inner garden is the only place where we can experience well-being. As the seeds that will blossom in outward expression are always scattered within first. We have two options, to weed out or to lay brand new pipes. By weeding out disappointments, frustrations, diminished ambitions, unfulfilled expectations, anger, anything where we're sitting in judgment of ourselves that we're not good enough or just not enough, and thus plant new seeds. Or if we need to perhaps lay some brand new pipes to clear out completely those pipes that have been filled with gunk and clogs that have become so huge that there's not even any liquid plumber or, in the weeds, weed whacker that can get to the roots. So either way, we begin anew, being still, being quiet, following our breath, because our breath offers no resistance. It's like our heart beating, our breathing is natural. It's an innate physical function that offers no resistance. Let's take in 3 breaths right now, breathing in and breathing out. George Bernard Shaw, after working in his garden, whether it's metaphor or not, says, people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them. It matters not your process in becoming quiet and being mindful. It's all about your inner garden, your soul, your essence, where all hopes, dreams, and possibilities live. So let us dream a little dream. As Albert Einstein says, your imagination is your preview of life's coming attractions. So I'd like to take you on a little guided imagery journey. And this was one I found years ago when I was doing some study with Sandra Ingerman. So normally it would be with a rattle or a drum, but we're not going to do that tonight. So just let yourself be supported wherever you're sitting or lying. And I'll take you into your inner garden. Remember, what we feed grows. Pay attention to what you say and think in your world. Right now, if you would just feel more comfortable closing your eyes, continuing with your breathing. Breathe in the love and the light of this group. Breathe out what needs to be uprooted and changed. Breathe in, take in. Breathe out, release. We need space for roots to grow. Water, light, temperature, drainage. Perhaps we are stuck, too pot-bound, lacking courage to be replanted. The shock of new soil, unknown ground to take root in. Perhaps we wilt before the day begins, and when we can't visualize or dream, perhaps we are completely blocked, no avenue to flow, requiring new pipes, clear and open. Breathe in, take in. Breathe out, release. Use your breath to connect with yourself. No shallow breathing. Deep breathing from your belly. Breathe in, take in. Breathe out, release. This will connect you to yourself. Imagine yourself traveling within, deep within to your inner garden, your garden being a metaphor of you. What you are creating, what is growing from you, leaf, stem, root, mind, body, soul, 3 in 1. Creation comes through us, not to us. Just observe. No judgment in your inner garden. Notice the colors, the images, the beauty that is growing from you. Feel the soil, of the earth you have co-created. Listen to the sounds of nature. Take in the fragrances. Taste the air. This is your garden. You have created it. You may have planted seeds that have deep roots. You may have seeds that you've wanted to plant that haven't had the opportunity to take root yet. Do it now. Water these now and nurture with your intention and imagination. Examine the textures of your garden. Notice what needs to be released. You don't want to feed this vision or creation. Remove it now. Has your garden been cared for on a regular basis, or has it been ignored? Just notice. To find harmony in your life, harmony within, you might need to tend your inner garden a bit more. Notice, don't judge. Use your imagination now to envision and create. Recreate your inner garden as to how you would like it to be. Do it now. Reflect on who you are, mind, body, soul, as you imagine your inner garden. Take a few moments. Ask that yourself be willing to sit with you in the garden, to separate and sit across from you right now, so that you may talk and communicate with it. What's on your mind? Share with yourself, sitting across from you, what you are worried about, your disappointments, your sorrows, and your hopes. Breathe deeply and take a few moments. And now, ask if you can release your burdens. Giving self an opportunity to share with you. Giving self an opportunity and communicate from divine perfection and divine order as a teacher, a sage, or a wise one who lives within. Let self share with you. Breathe deeply. As you release your burdens, to be free of them, to experience inner peace, know that they can be healed and changed now. Breathe deeply. Breathing deeply. Give thanks. Be grateful. And return now to this moment. Returning to this moment, remembering what you need to remember, and know that you can return to this place, to your inner garden, at another time to continue your work further. Okay. Is everyone back?
Yes.
Okay. We're all back. Back. Eckhart Tolle, in The Power of Now, talks about being present, awake, aware, and alert to what is, and to notice and appreciate and savor it. Abraham, through Esther Hicks in The Law of Attraction, also talks about milking it, savoring it, basking in the good feelings, because the law of attraction is based on like attracts like. If you're thinking and feeling good, we all know what kind of role that is. And likewise, if you're feeling bad and you're thinking doubtful, lacking thoughts, it seems like more just keeps coming right to our door. So it's very important. One vital concept that it's taken me a while, and I've really wrapped myself around it. Not that I've perfected seeing it, but I really understand it now, is that we have no control over anything in our lives, I said this earlier, than what we choose to think about. Our job is to notice it and be aware when we're off, when we aren't feeling good, when we're feeling doubt, when we're feeling unworthy, when we're feeling fearful, when we're feeling anxious, and then change it. Like in the Disney movie and Tinkerbell is always saying, think happy thoughts. And it's as basic as that. So how do we change it when we aren't really lined up? We have to do something to change it. Breathe. Go for a walk. Meditate. Pet your cat. Change your clothes. Take a nap. The momentum must shift, because this is when the weeds take root and the clogs in the pipes get bigger. Got to shake it up different. According to Eckhart Tolle, life is and has been always lived in the now moment. Every moment of our life, for as many years as we've been on this planet, is lived in the now. Quiet now moments is where new inspiration comes in. Quiet now moments allows our new inspiration in. Without the quiet, we only hear the repetitive chatter of the past, bringing it into the future right now. Repetitive chatter of the past, creating our future right now, and right now, rooting, strangling, choking, clogging, and getting stuck. A Course in Miracles says, as I defend myself, I am attacked. What roots and clogs are we holding on to and perpetuating when we continue to defend what is right now over and over again if it's not something we're feeling good about? The law of attraction, Abraham tells us, you can't get there from here. If our garden right now is filled with weeds and clogged pipes, how are we supposed to reap and sow any well-being? We can't get to the reaping and the sowing if right now we are just allowing the weeds and the clogs. In tending to our garden, our inner mind can recover and heal and yield to living fully and freely in well-being and plenty. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Eckhart Tolle also says to offer no resistance to life is to be in a state of grace, ease, and lightness. Course in Miracles also states that in the holy instant is to be perfectly calm, quiet, without cares, without worries, without anxiety. That to allow to receive another sight, accepting the Holy Spirit's purpose as your own vision, shining forth from the altar of your mind. The vision to look past all illusions, disease, physical disease, betrayal, violence, the clogs and weeds. As there are no obstacles to peace. No obstacles to peace if we alter the vision so that we don't see the illusions. We feel peace, so we are able to reap and sow the life we have dreamed of, all of it. In the Talmud, we do not see things as they are, we see them as we are. And the Talmud also goes on that each blade of grass has its angel that bends over it and whispers, grow, grow, grow. And likewise, so do each of us. I open up to any questions or comments, ahas.
Jill, this is Diane. I enjoyed the garden tour of the what is and the what can be, and it was very different. And the one was the first vision was of what could be sort of tended to was kind of tangled vines, like an octopus with gnarled tentacles in lots of different directions. And then this other vision with the peace and a flow was lots of green grass and flowers on a cliff overlooking the ocean. It was very, very nice juxtaposition, and I'm just appreciating that, and totally receiving the gnarled and saying, isn't that interesting, and totally receiving the more pleasant. And I'm appreciating the receptivity of both.
Great.
I'm complete. Great. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Well, thank you for your effort and the wonderful evening that you provided. I did notice the word judgment jumped out there, and that's one of my favorite subjects, in that we need to get rid of all judgments, because all judgments and expectations lead to disappointment. Our job is to observe and discern.
Mm-hmm.
Found your plumbing pipes a very interesting analogy, given that I do real estate inspections and run across plumbing lines of all sorts that need help all the time.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't know how to mute, so I had to call in again.
Pardon?
There were no instructions on how to unmute, so I had to call in again.
Oh. Sorry about that.
All part of the electronic fun.
It's all right, and it's all good, and it's all okay. Okay. I'd like to now move on with one other thing. Instead of a kind of a wrap-up statement, I'd like to do another little different kind of meditation called more of a rampage. And this is one of the many tools that Abraham uses, and it's usually with very upbeat music. It's not slow and it's not soft music, but it's something different. So I welcome your input, and this will be just about 5 minutes. Okay. So in the wrap-up, all you need to do is want to feel good. Don't seek healing, just seek relief. Don't seek improvement, just seek relief. Don't seek solutions, just seek relief. Be easy about it. Don't make a big thing about it. Focus only on going with the flow. Be willing to find something that makes you feel good, and things will just shift for you, and you will feel better. Ignore what is. Just decide to be okay with where you are and chill a little. Relax about it. Breathe. Meditate. Listen to music. Read. There's always been ebb and flow, and there always will be. Don't try to figure it all out once. No one has to figure it all out at once. Get general about it. Where you currently stand is perfect. Surrender to this moment. Accept it for now. Breathe deeply. Relax deliberately, thinking clearly, and being present in this moment. I am basking in this moment that is made just for me. Talking less, feeling more, defending less, praising only. I'm allowing for all I am to be present in this moment. I am feeling more sure. I am feeling more exhilaration. I am feeling appreciation for all that is and eager for what is coming. I'm all right. I'm just fine. All is well. There. Perfect place, perfect time. It's all right to be here. It's the trajectory of where I am. I'm pure positive energy, pulsing and contracting and expanding. Everything is all right. This is who I am. I was born to be here. I'm on my path. I'm following my inspiration. I'm getting better at it all the time. I could not be doing it better. It's okay where I am and where it is. It is okay. Things always get better when I chill a little. Sometimes I get resistance, and that's okay. Inspiration will return. Sometimes I don't feel like doing anything, and that's inspiration too. The ebb and flow, the lessening of resistance and the increase of resistance. I know it. I feel it. Life is supposed to be fun, and everything always works out. All is really well with me. I feel pretty good most of the time. All I need is to want to feel good and notice when I don't. No big deal. I'll be easy about it. Don't make a big thing about it. Don't seek healing, just seek relief. Don't seek improvement, just seek relief. Don't seek solutions, just seek relief. Going with the flow. Things are always working out for me. This worked out just fine, and I know that will too. Just let it be. Let me relax right now. Let me trust right now. Let my evenness be. Let my passion be. Let my clarity be. Let my balance be. Let my metabolism be. Let my cells do what they do. Let my health be. Let my nation and government be. Let the healthcare systems be. Let the ecology be. Let the good times roll and let it be. I don't have to figure it all out at once. I'll bet that person didn't figure it all out once. Well-being eventually could make its way to me. I'm pretty sure I'd like it if it did. There's no real urgency here, nothing I can't handle. There are all kinds of ways to feel relieved, to feel soothed. I'm glad I don't have to figure it out today. I know good things are coming to me and eventually will make their way to me. And I feel shifted into a whole new way of ease. And I feel I shifted into a whole new way of relief. And I feel shifted into a whole new way of clarity. Yes, I like clarity. On the other side of clarity is chaos. I know the difference between chaos and clarity, and I love the track I'm on. I know it will become more. I realize my work is simpler than I make it out to be. I'm doing a good job. It's getting easier and better for me, and I know the outcome will be good. I feel eager. I'm happy that I like this, and I feel good, and I'm excited to all that comes. I'm ready for more, and this is really fun and exciting and easier than I imagined. I can, moment by moment, choose to deliberately focus my thoughts and feelings and gently allowing change to move through me. I am figuring this out. I'm looking forward to what's next. I really like that I'm talking less, feeling more, defending less, praising only. Where I currently stand is perfect. It's all right. It's all good. And so it is. Thank you for joining in on this Spirit Gathering teleconference. To access playback of the Spirit Gathering recording, call 712-432-1085, access code 9903222#. The recording will be available until next month's Spirit Gathering on Tuesday, April 19th. 2016. It will be led by Reverend Deborah Noble-Coburn, and her topic will be Celebrate Spring, a Seasons of Beginnings. From the beginning of time, the flow of seasonal energies has inspired, united, and connected us in harmony and celebrations. Each season offers different themes, qualities, and lessons in empowerment. Join Deborah in exploration and celebration of the spring energies. Our Spirit Gathering teleconferences are free and open to the public. We hope you'll join us and invite your friends and family to come along and listen. These calls are hosted by Tzaddi, a spiritual educational organization founded in California in 1964. Tzaddi welcomes, nurtures, and supports people in celebrating and more directly experiencing their relationship with the loving presence of the divine. Our programs are open to people of any race, color, or national or ethnic origin. You can read more about us on our website at www.tzaddi.org. Learn more about our work and click on payments if you would like to make a tax-deductible donation. Thank you. And we will now close with thanks and a blessing. Thanks to the founders, Amy Keyes and Dorothy Blackmer, who started our metaphysical organization. Thanks to all of you who have been a part of our community tonight. And thanks to the Divine who supports us always, even when we are not aware of the blessing. So in closing, whether putting in new pipes or planting new seeds for change and growth, springtime is the perfect season to bloom where you are planted, right here, right now, naturally. Surrendering to the rhythms of your soul, your essence, and letting go of resistance, you can give way to who you really are meant to be. Give way to the pause between breaths, between worlds, connecting and aligning, surrendering to that sweet spot. Don't seek healing, just seek relief. Don't seek improvement, just seek relief. Don't seek solution, just seek relief. Be okay with what is and eager for what is yet to come. Talk less, feel more, defending less, praising only. Where you currently stand is perfect, and life is supposed to be good. Thank you, and good night.